Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Honors and Media Awards presentation for 2021. It's been a memorable, fun conference, I think. Really all kinds of new technology. Thank you for the virtual conference committee, the Kellen staff, and the many other members, volunteers who worked to make this a special event. And thank you to all of our sponsors. Without your support, we could not have had as great of a conference as we have had this year. So I now turn the program over to Deborah Prinzing, Chair of the Honors Committee.
Hi, Joellen, and thank you so much. I want to start by thanking our committee. Our committee has served together for 4 years, and I really appreciate their hard work. Nan Sturman, Melinda Myers, and Rob Cardillo and I have worked together for 4 years on this awards and honors committee. And this year we were joined by Deb Wiley, who will take over as chair next year. Due to our time constraints, I'll briefly introduce each honoree, and we will ask our Hall of Fame honoree to make a few remarks at the end. More details about everyone and their stories will be shared online and in future issues of On the QT and in our press release, which will go out next week. I'd like to start with fellows. GardenComm recognizes members in good standing who have demonstrated exceptionally high degrees of skill, professional ethics, and dedication to the GardenComm mission and values. Congratulations to our 2021 fellows, Mary Gattani and Carol Michael. Let me first tell you a little bit about Mary. Known as a gardening advocate and rabble-rouser since 2001, Mary believes that when you engage people in gardening, they start to understand the value and necessity of growing and saving plants. But the true aha moment is when someone of any age realizes that it's the plants that are actually saving us. Then you've helped create a true plant and planet advocate. Her friend and mentor, Will Rapp, says, Mary has been a catalyst and cheerleader with cheer, creativity, and a can-do attitude for the entire gardening industry with businesses and nonprofits. In 2015, Mary, along with a few others, helped relaunch Kids Gardening, a national nonprofit dedicated to getting more kids in the garden. In that role, she created a coalition of 12 nonprofit organizations in that space and created a national online kids garden community. In her role at Gardener Supply, she launched a new Garden Crusader Community Garden Grant Program in 2001 that honored gardeners who were changing the world in their communities. And that's just a very short bio. Congratulations, Mary. Now, Carol J. Michael. Carol is the award-winning author of 5 books of humorous and helpful gardening essays and 1 children's book. With degrees in horticulture and computer technology, she spent over 3 decades making a living in healthcare IT while making a life in her garden. Carol's awards have come from several organizations, including GardenComm, Garden Communicators International, the National Federation of Press Women, and the National Society of Newspaper Columnists. Carol is also the keeper of the world's largest hoe collection, and her library is a sanctuary for old gardening books. In between tending her own garden, writing and reading, Carol records a weekly podcast called The Garden Angelus with Dee Nash. More of Carol's works are scheduled for publication in the roaring 2020s. She's the creator of a popular, long-standing garden blog, maydreamsgarden.com. Congratulations, Carol. Next, it's my pleasure to recognize 2 honorees for this year's Cynthia Westcott Scientific Writing Award. This award recognizes individuals who communicate new ideas, concepts, or scientific findings related to horticulture and gardening in terms that are easily understood by laypersons. Congratulations to the 2021 recipients, Veranda L. Montgomery, PhD, and Ed Gilman, PhD. First, let me tell you about Dr. Montgomery. Veranda L. Montgomery, PhD, is a writer, science communicator, researcher, and scholar who pursues a common theme of understanding how individuals perceive, respond to, and are impacted by the environments in which they exist. Her primary laboratory-based research is focused on the responses of photosynthesis organisms, such as plants and cyanobacteria, to external light cues. Dr. Montgomery is a Michigan State University Foundation professor in the departments of biochemistry and molecular biology and of microbiology and molecular genetics. She is also a member of the MSU Plant Research Laboratory. Dr. Montgomery is the author of the book Lessons from Plants, and I just have a copy here. Can I show it to all of you? You should grab it. Published by Harvard University Press in 2021. And she pursues themes and lessons from plants in the context of effective mentoring and leadership of individuals and the role of innovative leaders in supporting success. Congratulations, Dr. Veranda Montgomery. Next, a bit about Dr. Gilman. Dr. Ed Gilman is Professor Emeritus, University of Florida. He was on the faculty as professor since 1986. He received honorary membership in ASLA in 2016. He wrote the Illustrated Guide to Pruning in its 3rd edition. Dr. Gilman received the Authors Citation Award in 1999, the Educators Award in 2003, Research Award in 2007, and the Award of Merit, ISA's highest award in 2016 from the International Society of Arboriculture. He has published more than 120 scientific peer-reviewed journal articles on roots, planting, and pruning trees in 35 years in academia and in the industry. Dr. Gilman has conducted more than 800 presentations to professional groups throughout his career worldwide, and he now conducts training, writes specifications, and consults for companies on arboriculture-related issues. Congratulations, Dr. Gilman. I want to turn over the mic now to Deborah Kanapke, Chair of the Sustainability Committee, to announce the Green Medal Award.
Good afternoon. The Green Medal Award recognizes the accomplishments of individuals or allied organizations dedicated to wise and respectful care of the earth and implementation of sustainable and regenerative practices. The awardee is chosen by the Sustainability Committee. It is my honor to present the Green Medal Sustainability Award virtually to Leah Penniman, a Black Creole farmer, mother, soil nerd, author, food justice activist, and co-founder of Soul Fire Farm in Grafton, New York in 2010. Leah has been farming since 1996. She holds an MA in science education and a BA in environmental science and international development from Clark University and taught high school biology and environmental science for 17 years. If you can teach high school, you can do anything. Leah honed her skills of supporting people, creating sustainable food systems, and caring for the land by being involved with the Food Project, Youth Grow, the Farm School, and Many Hands Organic Farm. All of these projects then and now support the mission to create thoughtful and productive communities of youth and adults from diverse backgrounds to work together to build sustainable food systems in Massachusetts. Leah has also worked with farmers in Ghana, Haiti, and Mexico, and in doing so, added indigenous knowledge and culture to her toolbox. This was all training for the creation of Soul Fire Farm, a place that demonstrates it is possible to bring people back to their cultural roots and reclaim their ancestral connections to land. This connection is a step towards ending racism in our food systems. The accomplishment of growing plants, food, and flowers for the body and soul, and creating the infrastructure that supports farming is intoxicating and becomes a love that stays with you. To document the process and practice of farming, Leah wrote Farming While Black, Soul Fire Farm's Practical Guide to Liberation on the Land. She describes her book as a love song for the earth and her peoples. Others have hailed it as a roadmap for Black people to return to their rich land-based heritage, and a methodical and innovative instruction manual for a sustainable farm practice, and a clear-eyed manifesto that uses the rich history of the Black farming legacy as the guiding ethos for an effective modern-day resistance movement. Creating food justice, which is fair and equal access to healthy, sustainable, and affordable food for all, and using regenerative farming practices are cornerstones of what Leah has been doing for the last 25 years. I have not done justice to the passion, exuberance, and joy that is the essence of Leah Penniman and her work. I invite you to go to her websites, soulfirefarm.org and farmingwhileblack.org, and her social media at soulfirefarm and at farmingwhileblack. And search YouTube for her keynote addresses and talks that she has given for other organizations. I guarantee that you will hear her call to action and I hope you respond. Congratulations to Leah Penniman. Back to you, Deborah.
Thank you so much. That's a wonderful award. Well, we're going to talk about the Wilfred J. Young Distinguished Service Medal. Long in coming, we are thrilled to honor Brent and Becky Heath and Brent and Becky's Bulbs with the 2021 Wilfred J. Young Distinguished Service Medal. As one of the people who nominated Brent and Becky's Bulbs for this award wrote, "This company epitomizes what the Young Award and GardenComm are all about." Wilfred J. Young Distinguished Service Medal is awarded to an allied member who has contributed significantly to the promotion of home gardening and gardening communications. Brent and Becky Heath were inducted into the Hall of Fame for GardenComm in 2002, and both have individually served in numerous leadership capacities, most recently with Becky Heath serving as our GardenComm past president. Brent and Becky's Bulbs is an outstanding trade member of GardenComm, always ready to lend a hand, donate product, or support financially. And I want to congratulate Brent and Becky Heath of Brent and Becky's Bulbs. Next up, our 2021 Emergent Communicator Award. This honor recognizes a member under the age of 40 who has demonstrated exceptionally high degrees of skill, professional ethics, and dedication to the GardenComm mission and values. This year's recipient, however, is anything but emerging, as he has greatly energized the gardening community, both professionals and enthusiasts, with his role in our industry. Please help me recognize and congratulate Ryan McEnany, Marketing and Communications Manager at Bailey Nurseries. Ryan has over a decade of marketing and communications experience across various industries. He has worked as Bailey's public relations and communications specialist for the last 7 years, recently receiving the promotion to marketing and communications manager. He has supported the company's trade and consumer outreach and supported all of us in this profession. Congratulations, Ryan. Next, I would like to share the Honorary Member Award. The Honorary Membership Award recognizes a non-member of GardenComm who has contributed measurably to our mission and values through professional or avocational activities. It is my pleasure to congratulate Mary Lynn Mack, Chief Operating Officer of the South Coast Botanic Garden and Board President of the American Public Gardens Association. Mary Lynn Mack is, as I said, she's a COO at South Coast Botanic Garden, a beautiful 87-acre flourishing green landscape with eight different environment spaces nestled in the rolling hills of the Palos Verdes Peninsula in Los Angeles. Previously, she served as the Director of Operations at the Desert Botanical Garden in Phoenix and has enjoyed successful careers as the Executive Director of the San Diego Rescue Missions Women and Children's Center and as Senior Director at the San Diego Natural History Museum. Mary Lynn brings 25 years of vision, strategic planning, project development, and board and leadership expertise. And she's also the past recipient of the Virginia G. Piper Fellowship, a Chanticleer Scholarship, and she is a graduate of the Getty Leadership Institute and a veteran of the U.S. Navy. Mary Lynn has a passion for mentoring and supporting emerging professionals and believes that the application of IDA principles, which is inclusion, diversity, equity, and accessibility, those principles will empower public gardens to thrive in a changing world. Congratulations, Mary Lynn Mack. We look forward to finding natural and many opportunities to collaborate with you and APGA. Next, our Hall of Fame award. Our final award is the GardenComm Hall of Fame. This year's inductee is Kirk Ryan Brown. Hall of Fame is the highest honor that GardenComm can bestow on a member whose life and career has materially affected and advanced the mission and values of GardenComm. We are privileged to recognize Kirk for this award this year. For GardenComm, this man has served in every volunteer position known to exist over the past 20 years, including the presidency in 2016 and 2017. Kirk created numerous committees and task forces in his run-up through the chairs of the XCOM, including Sustainability, Association Outreach, Marketing, Membership, Next Gen, and Finance. He oversaw the many changes brought to the organization in its transition to a digital format and through rebranding from GWAA to GWA through Association of Garden Communicators. He planned and hosted more than 40 regional and national meetings, including those with the Greater Philadelphia Gardens, Charleston, South Carolina, Boston, New York, Pittsburgh, the Berkshires, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Maryland, and many, many more. He worked on program and local arrangements committee for 10 national symposia. As a green achiever, Kirk has won landscape design awards from the Perennial Plant Association, the Association of Professional Landscape Designers, and the Pennsylvania Landscape and Nursery Association. He represented Joan Kostecki Garden Design as a leader in the design build industry. He worked as National Outreach Coordinator for America's Oldest Garden in Charleston, South Carolina. In the US and Canada, Kirk has delivered hundreds of featured keynote addresses, guest lectures, teaching symposiums, and certified landscape design instruction over the past quarter century. He has appeared at most of the national and international green industry symposia and trade show educational events. He is also known to interpret historic horticulturists and international dignitaries, including his alter egos, John Bartram, Carl Linnaeus, Mark Catesby, Peter Kalm, Benjamin Franklin, and Frederick Law Olmsted. He and his characters have been featured speakers at many of the nation's historic gardens and historical associations. He will be celebrating the year 2022 as Frederick Law Olmsted at podia across the country. We have invited Kirk to make a few remarks as he accepts this award. Congratulations, Kirk. And Kirk, you're on mute.
It was time to take stock. I have 4 minutes to condense 25 years of professional growth and development, first with GWA, then with GWA, then with an association of garden communicators, and now finally, GardenComm. An explanation of that would in itself be more than 4 minutes, but I think you should talk to Kathy Barish, who has the full scoop on that development. I give thanks for everyone that I have met at any time in this incredible club. It's my group. You all are my family. Y'all renewed my life after a first very long 20-year career that involved importing artificial trees. I thank Joanne Kostecki for making me join GWAA and giving me my second career. For 20 years, I rode in her star wagon as she became the American Nursery and Landscape Association's first and only female president in its 135 years. I got to stand on the shoulders of some incredibly tall people in the world of horticulture. I thank God and Stephanie Cohen, not necessarily in that order, for giving me my third career and first speaking gig in this industry when she was education director at Waterloo Gardens and I was approaching the talking circuit with guerrilla marketing techniques. I thank Stephanie Cohen and John Bartram, not necessarily in that order, for giving me my fourth career and best friends in horticulture, because it allowed me to travel in gardening across the horticultural history of this country. I thank Jim Wilson of PBS Victory Garden for giving me his example of grace and the fact that TV stars can be humble and humanely civil. And at the same time, I thank Felder Rushing for showing me that the opposite can also work. Even Felder is a great friend. I give thanks to the angels who always took my calls from midnight to 3 a.m. when I was stalking my demons. Most of those will know who they are, but I especially want to note my wingman, Steve Maurer, my Pittsburgh associate and group office, Denise Schreiber, and Daniel Gastiger, who passed away some years ago, but in the midst of dark nights, I occasionally talk to him and we settle the world's problems. God bless them all. I want to thank Tom and Mary Ann Johnson, as well as Herb Frazier, for giving me my fifth career with America's oldest ornamental garden. It unlocked the historic green spaces that were actually visited by John Bartram and Frederick Law Olmsted and Henry Muhlenberg and Mark Catesby and Andre Michaud. I am humbled by America's legacy trees and sunrises and waterways as I've journeyed in uncomfortable shoes and floppy hats. I have come to appreciate that it is not about the number of careers that we think we have or that we think we are building in this industry, but it has become more about how our roots have intertwined with those of all of the friends we've cultivated. In my last 30 seconds, I give thanks and praise to my GardenComm, XComm family for surviving and thriving over the last 12 years. I loved you all at the beginning of the run, and I am speechless and transfixed here at the end. Becky Heath, my God, she was hospitality personified in Norfolk, and the visit changed my life. Joellen Myers Sharp, and how a dinner invitation and an accident with a brand new car made all the difference in the world. And Maria Zampini, oh, what a lovely future. Joanne always said that you would be president in this horticultural industry. And Ellen Zakos, with an earth-shaking, awe-inspiring one-day course in video production that no one understood until years later. Without these four people in my life, I would not have survived. You held fast, you held firm, and you held up under all of my wild rantings. And lastly, for 52 years, my best friend, life partner, you know her as Sarah. I know her as my rod and photographer because she has been at my side through all of the lonely nights. Please take one thing away. If only one thing, communicating green is the most civil life on this planet. I love you all.
Okay, we're done now, and I'm going to hand this back to Joellen Myers Sharp. Thank you all for being part of this presentation.
Well, congratulations to all the honorees while I dry my eyes here after Kirk's talk. So right now, I'd like to just for all of us to take a moment of silence to remember our members who passed away this past year. Thank you. I will now turn the program over to Carol Michael to announce the silver and gold medal award winners.
Thank you, Joellen. It was my honor to serve as the co-chair of the 2021 Media Awards with Ellen Zakos. Ellen could not be here today, so you get to listen to me announce every single award. Before I get started, I would like to thank all of the judges. It is no easy task to go through all the entries to figure out which deserve the silver, and then even harder to pick those that deserve the gold. So my hat's off to them for their professionalism and a job well done. So if we were in person through the silvers, I would say, hold your applause until the end, but we're virtual. So feel free to fill up the chat box with kudos to your fellow garden communicators. And now, in the category of writing, for writing in the consumer magazine articles, circulation less than 20,000, for an article called Collector on a Grand Scale, the Horticultural Visions of Henry Francis DuPont, we give a silver to Carter Wilkie. In the category of writing, consumer magazine articles, circulation less than 20,000, we also give a silver award to Bill Johnson for Mini Dinosaurs, a photo essay. In the category of writing, consumer magazine articles, circulation less than 20,000, we give a silver to Kathy Purdy for an article entitled Early Bloomers. We also give Kathy Purdy a second silver medal for her article on two-timers colchicums, writing consumer magazine article, circulation less than 20,000. In the category of writing, trade, magazine articles, we give a silver to Wendy Brister for a native plant success story, finding rare bees in your garden. And we also present a silver in the writing trade column category to C.L. Finari for retail revival. In the category of writing newspaper articles, circulation greater than 20,000, we give a silver to Erica Brown Grievous for coronavirus pandemic triggers a wave of self-sufficiency around Seattle. Also in the category of writing newspaper columns, circulation less than 20,000, we give a silver to Erica Brown Grievous again for Get Growing Garden Columns. And in the category of writing newspaper columns, circulation greater than 20,000, we give a silver to Jessica Damiano for Garden Detective. In the category of writing newspaper columns, circulation greater than 20,000, we give a silver to Jeff Lowenfels for Jeff Lowenfels' weekly garden columns, the Anchorage Daily News. In the category of writing blogs, we give a silver to Mary Kate Mackey for Rooting for You, May, June, and August blog posts. Also in the writing blog category, we give a silver to Susan Harris for Susan Harris blog post at gardenrant.com. And in writing the blog category, we give a silver to Helen Battersby for Toronto Gardens. In the category of writing calendars, we give a silver to Ellen Zakos for Backyard Foraging. In this new category, we also give a silver to Jessica Damiano for Jessica Damiano's 2021 garden calendar, 365 tips and chores to keep your garden on track all year long. In writing book general readership, we give a silver award to Eric Grizel for A History of Zinnias, Flower for the Ages. We also give a silver to Jessica Wallisers in writing book general readership for Plant Partners, Science-Based Companion Planting Strategies for the Vegetable Garden. And in the technical reference writing book category, we give a silver to Dr. Alan Armitage for Herbaceous Perennial Plants, 4th edition. And now photography. In the category of photography, consumer magazine circulation less than 20,000, we give Bill Johnson an award for Mini Dinosaurs, a photo essay. We present a silver to Rob Cardillo in the category of photography book general readership for A Year at Brandywine Cottage. We also give Rob Cardillo another silver in the photography book general readership category for Chasing Eden. And we present a silver to Saxon Holt for photography calendar for the Flowers and Gardens 2021 calendar. And another silver to Rob Cardillo for Grow Spring 2020 cover in the category of photography covers. And now speaking live presentations. We present a silver to Tony Gattoni, speaker and author, for You Can Garden for Life in the category of speaking live presentation. And we present a silver in the speaking live presentation category to C.L. Finari for Myths, Lies, and All the Latest Dirt. In digital media, we present to Lisa Lawson for Cheaper Than Psychotherapy in the category of digital media blog overall site. Also in the digital media blog overall site, we present to Nikki Jabor, Tara Nolan, and Jessica Wallacers of Savvy Garden for their blog, Savvy Gardening. In that same category, digital media blog overall site, we present a silver to Spring Meadow Nurseries, Natalie Carmoli and Jane Beggs-Joles for their blog, Plant of the Week. And finally, digital media blog overall to Randy Schultz for Home, Garden, and Homestead. In the digital media website overall commercial, we present a silver award to the Arnold Arboretum of Harvard University for storytelling and digital communication in the new Arnold Arboretum website. And in the digital media website's overall individual, we present a silver award to Rob Cardillo for Rob Cardillo Photography. In the digital media video category, we present a silver award to Spring Meadow Nursery, Adriana Robinson, and Dr. Judson Lecomte for 5 tips for growing panicle hydrangeas in the South. And in the category of digital media video, we present Danae Wolf with a silver award for Chasing Bugs, the film. And in the digital special project category, we present to William Ned Friedman and the Arnold Arboretum of Harvard University for Tour of the Arnold Arboretum. And for digital media website overall individual, we present a silver to Susan Poisner for Orchard People Fruit Tree Care Education. And now, broadcast media. We present to C.L. Finari in the category of broadcast media radio program talent for Garden Line on WXTK. And to Susan Poisner for the Urban Forestry Radio Show and Podcast in the category of broadcast media radio program overall. And to the folks at the Native Plant Podcast for the Native Plant Podcast in the category of broadcast media podcast series overall. And to Deborah Prinzing for Slow Flowers Podcast in the category of broadcast podcast overall. In the publishing category, we present to the Pennsylvania Horticultural Society Blue Root Media for Grow Winter 2020, a silver for Publisher Producer Consumer Magazine, circulation less than 20,000. And to Kathy Jentz in the category of Publisher Producer Consumer Magazine, circulation less than 20,000 for Washington Gardener Magazine. In the category of Publisher Producer Book General Readership, we present a silver to Alan Stein and Nancy Burtz and Princeton Architectural Press for the book The Conservatory, Gardens Under Glass. And also in the Publisher Producer Book General Readership category to Paige Dickey and Timber Press for Uprooted, A Gardener Reflects on Beginning Again. And to Stipes Publishing LLC in the Publisher Producer Book Technical Reference for Herbaceous Perennial Plants, 4th edition. And to the Friends of the Birmingham Botanical Gardens for their issue of the Garden Dirt Summer 2020 in the category of Publisher Producer Newsletter or Brochure. And finally, the trade category. We present a silver for trade catalog to Bailey Nurseries for first editions Shrubs and Trees 2021 Plants and Marketing Programs. And we present a silver in the trade special project category to Deborah Prinzing for Slow Flowers Journal, Volume 1. We would like to congratulate all of our silver winners. You are forevermore an award-winning garden communicator. So fill up that chat. Tell everybody congrats. And now the gold winners, which you have all been waiting for. In the category of writing, We present to Erica Brown Grievous a Gold Medal of Achievement for coronavirus pandemic triggers a wave of self-sufficiency in the Seattle area in the category of writing newspaper article circulation greater than 20,000. And to Mary Kate Mackey, we give a Gold Medal of Achievement for writing blog for Rooting for You, May, June, and August blog posts. And we present a gold medal to C.L. Hononary for retail revival in the category of writing trade column. We present another gold to Carter Wilkie in the category of writing consumer magazine article, circulation greater than 20,000, less than 20,000, for collector on a grand scale, the horticultural visions of Henry Francis DuPont. We also present a gold award in the writing book general readership category to Eric Grizel for A History of Zinnias, Flower for the Ages. Now photography. We present a gold medal achievement to Rob Cardillo for photography book general readership for the book A Year at Brandywine Cottage. And in digital media, we present a gold medal of achievement to Susan Poisner for Orchard People Fruit Tree Care Education in the digital media website overall individual. We present another gold medal of achievement to Randy Schultz in the digital media blog overall site for his site, Home Garden and Homestead. And we present a gold medal of achievement to Danae Wolf, who did Chasing Bugs, the film, in the category of digital media video. And we present a gold medal of achievement in the category of digital special project to William Ned Friedman, Arnold Arboretum of Harvard University for Tour of the Arnold Arboretum. We also present the Arnold Arboretum of Harvard University with a gold medal in the category of digital media website overall commercial for storytelling and digital communication in the new Arnold Arboretum website. And now, gold medals in speaking live presentation. We present a gold medal to Tony Gattoni, speaker and author, for You Can Garden for Life in the speaking live presentation category. In the publishing category, we present a gold medal of achievement to the Pennsylvania Horticultural Society Blue Root Media for Grow Winter 2020 in the publisher, producer, consumer magazine circulation less than 20,000 category. And in the publisher, producer, newsletter, or brochure category, we give a gold medal to the Friends of Birmingham Botanical Gardens for the Garden Dirt Summer 2020 issue. In the category of publisher, producer, book, general readership, we present a gold medal to Alan Stein and Nancy Virts and the Princeton Architectural Press for the book, The Conservatory, Gardens Under Glass. In the publisher, producer, book, technical reference, we present a gold medal to Stipes Publishing LLC for herbaceous perennial plants. And now the trade category. We present a gold medal to Deborah Prinzing in the category of Trade Special Project for Slow Flowers Journal, Volume 1. We would like to congratulate all of our gold winners today. Our hats off to you on a job well done. We'd also like to take this moment to once again thank our sponsors. We could not have done this virtual conference without their support. And so we are very appreciative of all they have done for us. And before we leave, let me remind you that in approximately 15 minutes or so, if you go back to the schedule, there's one last link that I'm sure you'll want to get hit. And that's to join us for the after closing party, a toast to GardenComm, which will be hosted by Kathy Jentz. Thank you all very much.